Namaste everyone, welcome back to LiveStronger. So on day 6 we are going to work our legs. I hope your chest and your arms are on their path of recovery and you're feeling better. If you still have a little bit of soreness, it's absolutely fine. You will recover well before our next workouts. So today we are going to do our legs. We are going to do different variation of the exercises. So I'm excited to share with you the new exercises. So let's start with dynamic stretching and then warm up. Let's go. So we are going to start with our dynamic stretches, and we are going to begin it with the greatest stretch, 4 repetitions each side. I hope by now you got a grip of how to do this. Simple easy squeezes, reaching, turning, hold for a couple of seconds, feel the stretch, switch, push the leg out, reach, turn, couple of seconds, hold, and then switch. What we are here really doing is improving our hip mobility and also stretching our hamstrings, inner thighs, quads, our upper back, creating a little bit of compression on our shoulders. This really gets us ready for any kind of lifts and all the weightlifting which we are going to do today. It is very important for us to do dynamic stretching, especially on our lower body days, on our leg workout days, because that really makes sure that while we are working out, our body is mobile enough and our muscles are going through their complete range of motion in terms of length and contraction. So the next stretch which I am going to do is the deep squat stretch. Actually what we are going to do is we are going to do our inner thigh stretch and hip unlocking stretch first, because if for any reason you are not able to deep squat, and one of the reasons could be because of calf limitation or the inner thigh limitation, we could unlock it a little bit now and then move on to the deep squat. So we have done this earlier. One knee down, one leg up. The leg which is up will face outside. So right now my right leg is facing towards the right side, my knee is facing forward, I am facing forward, and then I slowly shift my weight. 1, 2. At this moment of time, if there is any kind of tightness, your heel will lift off the ground if your calves are tight and your knees are not able to go ahead of your toe. So you can do some foam rolling for a minute or 2 on your calves to release the tension there. It would really help during our today's workouts and also in the long run. So I am feeling a good stretch in my inner thigh, helping my hips to open up. Now I switch side. Now my right knee is down, my left leg is facing out, I am still facing forward. I am going to shift my weight. This is one of those exercises which I have learned from the great squat university, and I have adapted it. It really helped me. So I always believe in taking new things from experts and applying it to my own approach or transformation or plans, because everyone is coming up with new exercises or new stretches or new methods to improve or strengthen, especially people who perform at international levels. So gaining and accepting knowledge from them really helps us better ourselves. So we are done with our hip unlocking stretch. Now we are going to go for the deep squat. For the deep squat, I'm going to stand up first. I'm going to move forward. Place my legs where I can jump the highest. What I have learned is, for few people, the shoulder width length is not the most comfortable length to squat down. So if you can squat down with a wider stance, please go ahead, experiment with your stance, but don't go too wide where you can't go low. So for me, this is a comfortable stance. So the first thing I'm going to do is hinge. I'm going to push my glutes behind, feel a great stretch on my hamstrings, okay, and then now I start opening my hips and bending my knee while keeping my feet grounded, and then go down completely. Now when I am down completely, I push my legs out with my hands, wishing you namaste, just pushing my legs out and then slowly shifting my weight onto one leg at a time. Now when I am shifting onto this leg, I feel a bit of restriction. This leg for me shifts easier, this leg feels a bit limited. So helps me identify that this leg is a bit tight, so I can do couple of stretches to unlock this and then slowly get up. Remember, we don't want to hold any stretch for a long period of time. So if I have to do it from the side, take a comfortable stance where I can produce the most amount of energy. I squeeze my glutes, so I get straight, squeeze my glutes, then push it back. Right here I feel great stretch on my hamstrings, my hips are open, and then I start bending my knee, go down straight and then sit. Now shift the weight one leg at a time. Yes, my left leg is still a bit tight. This could be because of all the calf muscle work which I have been doing in the last few days. So I need to do some foam rolling, maybe a couple of stretches more. So I'll show one of the stretches which I'm going to do to unlock this leg a little bit more, and then slowly get up. So that's our dynamic stretching. For unlocking my calf a little bit, I'm going to do a couple of easy stretches. I'm going to just shift the camera to show you. What I'm going to do is place the foot which I feel tight just at the right angle on a bench, on a stool, just at comfortable angle, and then slowly with no pressure push my knee forward and then feel it. While pushing, I don't want my feet coming off the ground, I want it completely in contact. Then I push. Now I apply a little bit of pressure and then move back. I feel the tightness is also in my quads. See, you might not be able to identify where the tightness is. I am able to identify because of the experience I had while working with my own body, and also with the knowledge I have gained when I come while studying corrective exercises. So the limitation is not much. As you can see, my knee can still go way forward, my feet is still grounded. It's not much, but the comfort for me to do the same exercise with this leg without feeling much tightness here, without applying pressure, is more on my right than my left. So what I'm going to do is, later I'm going to do some calf raises, calf foam rolling, maybe massage my calves a little bit, also my shins, to unlock it. So we are done with our dynamic stretching. Now we are going to do our warm-up exercises. So my first warm-up exercise today, I'm going to do seated hamstring curls. If you don't have a seated hamstring curl at your disposal and you only have lying hamstring curls, go ahead with it. If you don't have any of them, I would show, after doing one set of seated hamstring curls, what warm-up you could do if you only have a couple of dumbbells or a barbell at your disposal. So, I am going to start. I have kept the least weight, not loaded it much, sorry. So, I am going to lock it, position. My focus here would be to feel the hamstrings contract at a good speed and then slowly lengthen them. So, if I start with my reps, I go fast and then slow down a little bit while coming up, fast, slow down. What I am trying to do here is get some blood flowing into my hamstrings and glutes and warm up my knee joint. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am starting to feel my hamstrings work a little bit harder to get the bar down. I forgot my count. I'll do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. So, that's to warm up my hamstrings. Now, I am going to show you how to do or what warm up exercise you can do if in case if you don't have a hamstring seated or a lying hamstring curl machine. So, let me show you how to do it. If you don't have the hamstring machine, what you can do is simply place a light dumbbell. You don't have to go really heavy because this could be a little bit it's not challenging actually, it's easy to figure out, but if you are absolutely new to exercising, this could feel like, okay, what am I making you do? So, you lie down on a declined bench, or you can also use a flat bench, and you take a light dumbbell, hold it with your legs. So, lock it with your legs, right? I am not wearing shoes. If you wear shoes, it's more comfortable. Not wearing shoes, so I might feel a little bit of discomfort, but it's a very light dumbbell, it's not heavy. So, I am going to take up, right, let it properly lock in between my feet, just like that, and I don't want to go completely down. That's enough of a movement, and I'll keep my body completely flat to the bench, not let my back or my glutes lift up, my hips actually. Keep my head down, focus on the contractions. It's a bit challenging if you're not wearing shoes like it is for me right now, not because it's hurting me, it's just that the dumbbell is trying to slip away and I'm trying to hold it really hard, but it's a good thing I think, because I'm really focusing on my hamstrings, pulling it up, back up as quickly as possible before it slips out, and my calves are also getting stretched. There you go. So, that's simple, and then you can just let it drop. So, you can do that for warm up just to get some blood flowing. So, very easy warm up, nothing overwhelming, because we are our exercises, we are going to do it gradually. So, just want our joints and our major muscles to be fired up, that is it. So, let us begin. We are done with our warm, let us begin with our first exercise. For our first exercise, we are going to do a mix of lunges, basically 3 variations as 1 repetition. So, we are going to do 1 lunge, 2 lunge, 3 lunge, that is 1 repetition, and we are going to do 1 leg at a time. So, I am not going to try to explain it, It's a little bit confusing if I try to explain it. If I show you, it's better. So for the first lunge, what I'm going to do is, I don't like lunging forward, I like lunging backwards. So for the first lunge, what I want you to do is this, lunge back, that's 1. So that's 1. Now for the next lunge, we are going to lunge sideways. So we are going to go 2, or the other side 2, simple. And for the third variation, we are going to lunge, we are going to put our foot across our body, behind, lunge, get up, easy. So those 3 count as 1 repetition of one side. So we are going to do each side 3 repetitions. I hope you are with me. I am going to go slow, not to confuse you much. So I am going to shift it a little bit. We are going to do both legs 1 variation, then go to the second variation, that would be 1 repetition. So if I start, that's that's 1. That's 2. It's okay if you mix up your sides, it's totally fine, first time. And as you are doing it, if you are feeling more confident, able to stretch out more, please go ahead. You can do this even while not holding any of the weight. I am just holding couple of 2.5s to not let my arms swing everywhere. Touching the floor is quite optional. What you have to feel is the stretch. I really lost the count of number of repetitions I did. I'll try to go till failure. That should be around 10 to 12 repetitions. You might be often thinking that none of my days includes cardio. And if you're doing this exercise with me right now, you would know why. This exercise can get you out of breath in no time. All our muscles are right now working hard to keep us stable as we go through all the directions. I was a little bit out of breath there. And that's it for me for the first set. I really did not have a idea of how many reps I have done. I'm going to increase the weight instead. So if you're with me, take a break, drink some water if your throat has gone dry like mine, and we'll start again after a minute or two of break. Grabbed a couple of 5 kilos and we are going to do it the same way. If you're wondering why I don't like lunging forward, because most of the times when I ask people or when I do it myself to lunge forward, I put a lot of stress on my knee joint, but when I lunge back, I don't put much stress on my knee. So I like it, and it's the same. And here is a point where I'll tell you why we did the hamstring warm up, because if you're quad dominant like me, while doing this exercise, your quads would totally take over the entire exercise. So warming up our hamstrings with one light exercise kind of ensures that the contributions of your hamstring and glutes is, if not equal, a fair bit while we are doing this exercise. So on that note, let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did that wrong. 5, 6. So it can happen with me also. Let's continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm tired. Not tired, it's just that my legs are on fire. That was good, felt it good. If you are unable to keep up or do at the same speed at which I was doing it, don't worry, do it slowly. If you are able to do only one complete rep at a time, totally fine, catch your breath, go for the second. This exercise is as demanding on your cardiovascular system as much as it is on your legs. It demands a lot of core stability, a lot of back stability. So you might get tired early. So if you want to go slow, absolutely fine. So I'll take a short break and then go for the third set. I increased the weight. I'm quite daring in this aspect for my third set. I feel my quads working a lot more, a little bit of soreness on my right upper side of my glute. So I'm feeling the limitations, but I'll push through it in a safe manner. So let's go. 1, 2, I'm going to do it a little bit slower to not compromise on my form. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, that felt hard. 4, 5, 6. Okay, my legs are trembling. I reached close failure. I was not able to get as many reps I wanted to, but I feel pretty good pump in my legs and a little bit of tightness just on my back, so maybe to stretch a little bit, activate them a lot more. So I'll done with this exercise. If you have the repetitions left in you, please do continue, but otherwise take a short break and then we move on to our second exercise. So for our second exercise, we get back to the hamstring curls. The placement is, as I explained before, just lock yourself in place, stick to the seat and push down. Feel the contraction and slow down the way up. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax. If you don't have the hamstring curl machine or the lying hamstring curl machine, it's absolutely fine for you to do the hamstring curls the way I showed you with a dumbbell. Even if you can't increase the weight, just do high number of repetitions. Feel the hamstring working like a bicep. You know, when you squeeze, contract your hand, the way bicep works, the same job on the hamstring. When you contract your leg, your hamstring should pop. So that's the cue. So I'm sure you'll figure that out as you try to do the exercise. It's a great exercise to strengthen your hamstring and increase the explosive strength. The weight was easy. As you saw, I could do many repetitions, so I'm going to increase the weight and try to reach about failure at just about 12 repetitions. So going for my second set, easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That felt okay. So I can definitely bump the weight up a little bit more. I feel strong. I feel confident because the first exercise was so demanding that mentally I feel stronger and the pain is quite less while I'm doing the exercise. That's how it works. If you do the first exercise, which is quite demanding, it kind of builds that mental fortitude for you to push yourself a little bit harder on the next few exercises which you're going to do. Just going to shake off my leg a little bit and then place it back. I'm taking quite small breaks, not even 30 seconds because I'm not feeling tired, but you do take your break which is sufficient for you. It could be 30 seconds, it could be 1 minute, it could be 90 seconds. Usually when I'm doing exercises assisted with a machine, I take less breaks because they are isolated and they don't demand much from my body in terms of more number of muscles. So let's go. 1, this weight is challenging. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and relax. I'm going to increase the weight just by another 5 kilos because I want to push the last set. This time I'm going to take a minute's break to go for my last set. So for my last set, I'm going to try to go till failure, get that hamstrings pumped really well, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, almost. And I'm done. We're done with this exercise. We take a good amount of break, then we move on to our third exercise. For our third exercise, we are going to do the absolutely brutal donkey calf raises, and this time we are going to do every set to failure, and by failure I mean absolute failure. So relax your upper body, stretch, let your heels drop, and then squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, they're burning a lot. I'm going to stretch them, but just for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. That's set number 1. We're going to take a good minute's break and get back to it. So there we go. Go for our second set of absolute failure. The calves, your calves feel brutally pumped. That's good. Let's keep going. Let's pump them more. Get them strong and big. Heels completely down and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, I'm done. Let's go into the stretch. Heels on the floor, toes on the box. Push forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are done. So we are done with our leg day, and we're going to do one last exercise, which is the dead hang. I'm going to try to hang as long as possible this time, and let's see how it goes. There I go. Going good. Still good. Now my hands are slipping. And that's out. completely sleep down. So that's it. We are done for our day. Day 6 completed. I hope you had a great leg workout. We did not have too many exercises. We just had the right amount and we pushed. At, at least I pushed it as hard as I could in that few number of exercises. The reason why I'm having limited number of exercises and smaller workouts is because I want to gradually level up, and I also, in my opinion, feel that people who are going to join me in this journey are also going to come from a long break or are absolutely new to this. So it is also easy for them to follow along. If you're someone who is advanced and is still sticking around to just see what's happening, thank you for watching me. Uh, that kind of wraps up a perfect 1 week of exercise. I'm still going to work out on day 7 and still going to upload that video too. But as of now, we are done with 6 days wherein we worked our legs for 2 days and then all our body muscles one day at a time. Arms, we kind of did the biceps and triceps on the same day. But otherwise, if you are absolutely new and you're still trying to figure out the first week itself, you can continue watching the same video again and do it for another week or two as you feel. But I'm going to continue the journey, keep uploading new videos. So if you're more than welcome to join me along, but if you feel that you need a little bit more time with every exercise, please do watch the videos again. Please do practice the same exercise again and again. It might take some time for some people, and that's absolutely fine. I'll try to keep sharing more info, more suggestions, more cues in my videos as we go along. But otherwise, I'm so grateful for all people who are watching, who are liking my videos, who are sharing them. I'm really grateful. It gives me a lot of positive feedback in terms of pushing myself and trying to compose my day, compose my workout, and share more knowledge with you guys. So on that note, thank you so much for joining Live Stronger, and you have a great week ahead. Thank you.